Yu-Gi-Oh has over 10,000 unique cards in its card pool, and thanks to tools such as TCG Player and eBay, duelists all around the world can pick up any card they would like with just a click of a button. But what if those tools didn't exist? What if the only way you can attain new cards was by opening packs? Starting off with 3 Blue Eyes Structure Deck and a budget of $50 a week, I must build a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh deck with only sealed product. No buying, no trading for cards, all leading up to doing Yu-Gi-Oh's biggest challenge, topping a YCS. This is the Blue Eyes Sealed Only Yu-Gi-Oh! Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, this week we'll be doing another regional with our Blue Eyes Sealed Only. Hopefully we can top like we did with the last one we did. This one's going to be in Santa Fe, unlike the last one, which was in Albuquerque. And today I was hoping to open Rarity Collection 1 because there's a couple of good cards in there, something like Lancia, Evenly Match, and Lightning Storm is in this set. That'd be like huge impact for our side decks, and like cards like Ancient Fairy Dragon are in here as well. But unfortunately, those packs did not come in. Yes, another regional, because this happened with the last regional we did, where we wanted certain packs that just did not come in time, so we do have to kind of scramble here. And the thing is with this one is there's not really another set like Rarity Collection 1 that gives us like a huge impact straight away. Pretty much after Rarity Collection 1, every other set's kind of building up towards like getting engines or something like that. So there's really not another set that's going to be a huge impact like Rarity Collection 1 was. So we're just going to be opening up Bonanza again. I know, probably shouldn't, but there's things like Fool Us and like Metaltronus in here that's like staple cards we can use straight away. But obviously we're looking for like Crimson Dragon and Magia for the extra decks and stuff like that. But yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into the opening. Alrighty, now on to the opening, and I do apologize about opening Stampede once again. I usually try to diversify what we open up, but again, wanted Rarity Collection 1, but it didn't end up coming in time. So we're just going to have to scramble and hope to God we can pull something impactful out of these 8 packs. Again, we played MSRP, so these were $6 a pack. We got 8 of them, so $48, 50, like it goes to 50 like after tax and stuff like that. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the opening. The lighting might be a little bit weird. I'm recording this a little bit later in the night just because I'm doing the opening the night before the regional, so there's a regional tomorrow because I have to get up super early in the morning tomorrow to travel up to Santa Fe and then do the regional then. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into the opening, shall we? Alrighty, first pack here is a Block Dragon, is a Platinum Secret Rare. That's kind of cool. I kind of like that. It's banned, so there's nothing we can really do with that. Unfortunately, nothing we can do with this. Unfortunately, Erebus, the Underworld Monarch. I think I just mispronounced the fuck out of that, but again, nothing we really need for that. A Ghost Oregon Snow Rabbit. That's a old T, if I'm not mistaken. I think the lighting will catch it a little bit. Kind of cool, but again, I think we already have a place of a Ghost Orc, so nothing we really need after that. Yeah, whatever for us. Heat the Fire Charmer is kind of cool, but yeah, we have the Lino. The Lino is what we really need. Oh my god! We got another Fulros. That's really cool, and this one is the Platinum Secret Rare Fualos. That's insane. I think this is like actually kind of like a lot of money too. It's not like QC worthy, but like a Platinum Secret Rare of Muchami Fualos is very cool. This is our second copy of this. We'll gladly take this. This is a very just good going second card for us. Gladly take that. So I guess out of one pack, we did get something really impactful to start us off straight away. We're still looking for Metaltronus and like the extra deck stuff. If we can pull like an Invocation and like a Mechaba out of this opening too, I think we would have the Alistair or the Invoke stuff as well. Starting off with Orbital 7 is our second pack, or with our second pack. Again, nothing we really can do with this Platinum Secret Rare. Either the Heavenly Monarch, nothing we can do with that. Salamangreat Raging Phoenix, yeah, again, still nothing we can do with this. An Edge of Chain Collector Rare, that looked very, very nice. I really like what they did with the Collector Rares. They look really, really shiny. Really do like it. We can't do anything with Chain though, so yeah, nothing we can really do with that. And then an Extra Hero Cross Crusader. Yeah, again, nothing we can do with that. Next pack up here. Again, that's kind of cool. We pulled a Platinum Secret Rare Full Wallows. That's really cool. Alrighty. High Priestess of Prophecy. Sorry, that's the name of this card. Again, kind of cool, but again, nothing we can really do with this, unfortunately. Alina, the Light Charmer, we already have one. Don't necessarily need another copy of it. We only need the one for the extra deck. Atlantean Marksman, another collector rare. That looks, again, really like the collector rares in this set. But again, nothing we need for this. Again, we need like a Metal Tronus or something like that. So nothing we can do with that. Miniotis Drytron is cool for Drytron. Cool little reprint, but nothing we can do. And then a Trap Trick Sarah secret rare, which again, we can do nothing with. So the last couple packs have been literally nothing. So unfortunate for us. Alrighty, a Ultimate Conductor Tyranno as our Platinum Secret Rare. Again, nothing we can do with that. Edgem Chain, pretty worthless for us. Memento Bone Party is cool, but again, we're not playing Memento. A Goatee from the Deep Beyond. Wrong Synchro Monster. We need the other Synchro Monster for this. And a, whoa, QC Vanquish Soul Dr. Madlove. That's kind of cool. But again, nothing we can do with that. Not the right QC for us. Again, nothing we can really do with that. I'll throw this over here, though, because it is a QC. Again, just the 4 of us so far. Now we're halfway through. This is our 5th pack now, opening. 5th, 6th, 7th, yeah. 5th pack opening up here. Azure Eyes Silver Dragon, kind of a little nice upgrade for us, but we're not playing Azure Eyes anyway, so nothing we can do with this. There we go. We finally pulled one. Metal Tronus. Gladly take a Metal Tronus, especially since we have the what's his name? The aggregator in the extra deck. We do have a target for Malice, which is really, really cool. I think the only target we don't have is for Rizel, like a detonator we don't have a target for, but still really good. I'll probably throw it into the side deck. Really, really good. I'm glad we finally got one of this because we really do need a Metal Tronus. Really good card and stuff like that. And if we verse the Blue Eyes Mirror, this shit's just insane as well. A Mermail Abyss Spike. This is the ultimate rare. Yeah, again, this is cool. I like it, but nothing we can do with it. With the Blue Eyes deck, Luna Light Perfume ultimate rare. I actually don't like this ultimate rare. I think, yeah, I feel like this could have been better, not gonna lie with you. Yeah, I don't know, it's nothing we can do with it anyways. And then a Luna Light Leo Dancer, which is really cool, but again, nothing we can do. At least we pulled a Metal Tronus out of that one. We'll take that for sure, because we pretty much opened a whole box now. We pulled, I guess we have 2 Full Houses, so I guess we can't really complain about that. Ignister Prominence, the Blasting Draco Slayer. That's kind of cool, but yeah, nothing we can do with that as a Platinum Secret Rare. Misk, have you read the Misk? Yeah, nothing we can do with Misk. Either the Urbis, again, I'm probably mispronouncing the fuck out of that. Chamber Dragon Maid, I think we can finally play this engine if we really want to. I think we pulled Tiding last episode, and now we have a Chamber Dragon Maid. So if we really want, we can throw this into the deck. It's just a small engine, like a 1 chamber, 1 Tiding, because we only have the 1 chamber, so there's nothing else we can do with it. And just play it like as a small engine, like going first and then going second. We can obviously just side it out. We'll think about it, because that's actually not a bad choice, especially with Tiding. I think can reborn a dragon from the graveyard as well. Not terrible. Like I probably will put this somewhere in the deck. And then a secret rare Splash Mage. That's cool, but again, we're not playing Cyber, so it doesn't really do anything for us. I'll throw the chamber there, though. Alrighty, 2 more packs for us. Hopefully, I mean, Magia or Crimson is what we're looking for, but, well, we'll pull a Yamato first. A Bujin Yamato, again, nothing we can really do with this. A Platinum Secret Rare of that. Left Arm Offering, again, nothing, no spell that we have desperately need to search, so nothing we can do with that. Big Welcome is a nice reprint for Labyrinth, but again, nothing we necessarily need. Fiendsmith Desiree, that's kind of cool. We have Engraver. We would have to open up like the what's that set called, Infinite Forbidden, to get Requiem, because that's like really the only thing we'd be missing is Requiem to play this engine. So probably won't be doing that, but we have an Engraver, we have a Desiree now. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I guess that's not terrible. I guess it's a Metal Tronus target if anything as well, if we need to throw it into the extra deck for that reason. And then an Alistair the Invoker Platinum Secret Rare. This is now our play set of Alistair, if I'm not mistaken, but we don't have Invocation and we do not have a Makaba. So maybe in the future we'll chase after that, because we do have a play set of this card now. But I know it's in this set, but I think they're just the Invocation, the Makaba is just a lot harder to pull compared to what the Alistair is. But I guess we'll take the Alistair as well. And then the last pack here. Again, a Magia and a Crimson would be nice if we pulled that, because this is now our 24th pack of this set we have opened. We still have not pulled any of those, which is kind of wild. We have a Needle Worm as a Platinum Secret Rare. That's very unfortunate, not what we needed. A heavy Atlantean Heavy Infantry. Again, nothing we can do with this. Danger Tsuchinoko. Cool little card, but yeah, nothing. Again, not for our deck. It's a cool card, but just not for our deck. A Gagaga Magician. Fucking great. That's great. Yeah, nothing. We definitely don't need this card. And another Transaction Rollback. I think this is our second one of this card now. Kind of cool card, but again, nothing we can do with that. So we pulled one QC, which is just the Dr. Madlove, but we now have a chamber. So if we really want to play the chamber stuff, playing like one chamber, one tiding, we could. I probably will do that just so we can change up the deck a little bit. We have our third, if this isn't our third, we have a third. We now have a place of Alistair. We'll probably more focus on trying to get the Alistair stuff later in the future, trying to pull like a Macabre or an Invocation out of like sets that are easier to pull those cards out of. And then we have a second Full Ross, which is very, very insane. And then now one copy of Metaltronus, which is nice as well. Wish we had more copies of this because this is a really good card, but unfortunately we did not have it. And then obviously Block Dragon was kind of a cool pull. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the deck profile. Alrighty, now on to the deck profile itself here. So this is the deck profile we'll be taking to the regional. There is a little bit of changes in here, probably not for the best considering we're going to a regional and I haven't even tried this engine out. But we're going to try it, and you'll see what it is in just 1 second. But starting off with our main combo pieces, we are playing the 3 Sages de Fleur with the 1 QC that we did pull, the 3 Maidens, the 1 Neo Kaiser Seahorse. We did cut it down to 1. I do want to cut it eventually once we get like more engines for the deck, but we'll only just have, we're just going to play it at the 1, which is fine because it still technically is a combo. The 1 Chamber Dragon Maid with the 2 Blue Eyes White Dragon. So I am going to be trying the new Chamber Dragon Maid, because we do have the tiding and stuff like that. I wish we had more copies of this, but it does work. Obviously, going second, I'll probably be signing out of this card with the tiding, obviously. But going first is just a nice, another just interruption that we can get just off the chamber and then go into a Sage and stuff like that. So if we open up like a Sage or a Maiden plus this, it's going to be very, very good. For us, it's probably going to be inconsistent to see just because we're only having the 1 chamber, but we are going to try it anyway, just because I did want to change up the deck just a little bit because we kind of been rolling with the same deck for the past couple of weeks. So we're going to start off with that engine to start us off. Now onto the spell traps. We are playing the 3 Wishes still. We cut Bingo Machine down to 2. We only necessarily need the 2. Again, we're cutting down engine a little bit. Maybe I could have cut the Neo Kaiser Seahorse and kept the 3rd Bingo Machine, but technically in the grind match, this becomes a lot less impactful. So just playing at 2 is probably fine for us for right now. We're still on the 2 Roars because we don't really have another engine that goes alongside with it. So I don't really want to cut it down to 1. We are just going to play it at the 2. The 1 Mausoleum of Light, the 1 Ultimate Fusion, the 1 True Light, and then the 1 Majesty White Dragon as well. These are just the same 1-ofs that we've been playing for the past couple of weeks. Maybe Ultimate Fusion isn't as necessary, but I do really like Ultimate Fusion in the deck, so I am going to stick with it. And we are playing the 1 Dragon Maid Tiding as well. Searchable off a Chamber Dragon Maid, and then this card just reads target 1 Dragon monster you control and 1 card your opponent controls or in their graveyard, so it's also a graveyard interruption if you want to as well. You return it back to the hand. Then you can banish this card from your graveyard, spell summon the Dragon Maid monster from your hand or graveyard. In defense, we'll return it to the hand during the end phase, so we can like recycle the Chamber Dragon Maid and stuff like that. But you can only use 1 effect per turn, but that's perfectly fine with us. We are going to be trying this again. Going second, we're going to be citing this out all the time anyways, but going first, I do just like having that extra interruption just in case and stuff like that. So we are going to roll with this engine. Again, don't know how correct it is considering we are going to a regional with this deck, but I do want to try it out as well. Now on to the non-engine portion of the deck. We are still on the 3 Nibiru, the Primal Being. We are on the 3 Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring as well. We are now down to 2 Effect Veiler because I wanted to make more room for other stuff. We have 2 Droll and Lockbird, and the reason why Veiler did go down to 2 is because now we're on the 2 Fualoses as well that we have. The 1 Druis Worm, the 1 Called by the Grave, the 1 Talents, and then the 3 Infinite Impermanence. A lot of non-engine. Again, I believe this is, let me see, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18 non-engine. Maybe a little much, not going to lie. I counted that, right? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, 18 non-engine, which is, again, the same round. I think that's the same amount of non-engine we ran in the last regional, and it worked out perfectly for us. Maybe we could cut it down to maybe like 15 or something like that, but I think this is a perfectly fine enough ratio. Maybe Droll and the Fuwalases kind of conflict with each other, and considering I'm expecting more Malice in the next format, maybe Droll isn't correct to main deck anymore. It technically is a spellcaster that we can just normal summon and link into a spirit if we have to as well. So we're going to keep to it. I don't know how correct this is. I think if there is a problem with this, it's probably that these 2 are going to conflict with each other a lot, but I did want to run both just in case. But again, if there ends up being more Malice, then it's going to be unfortunate that we're going to be playing Droll, because Droll doesn't really do anything against the Malice matchup. Would much rather have the full. But that is it for the non-engine, and that's the reason why I kind of wanted to open up the Rarity Collection 1 as well, is because I was expecting to see a lot of Malice at this regional as well, so I wanted to get like the Lancias to kind of prepare for that, because the one Chaos Hunter is kind of just not working for us because it's just a little less frequent for us to draw. But now onto the extra deck, pretty much no changes have happened. Yeah, I think there's actually no changes to this. We're on the 2 Spirit still, the 1 Seals, and then the 1 Lina. Still, again, I probably want 3 Spirit, but the 2 is perfectly fine for now, and then the 1 is perfectly fine for us as well. And now on to the Synchros. We're on 3 Spirit Dragons still, just the best Synchro we have in the extra deck. 1 Light Storm Dragon, and then the 2 Ultimate Dragons as well. Just a very nice lineup for our Synchros. I don't think there's really nothing we need to change with that either. And now on to the Fusion Monsters. We are still on the 1 Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, the 2 Tyrant Dragon as well. We only necessarily needed 2. I was playing 3 at the last regional, but I think 2 is perfectly fine enough for us as well. And then to the XYZs, we are on the 1 Typhon, and of course the 1 Aggregator for our side deck stuff as well. So that is it for our extra deck. Oop, nearly dropped my camera there. Thank God I did not. Let me just quickly organize all this stuff. Now onto the side deck. We are on the 2 DD Crow still, just for any, like, I don't know, I think maybe Mitsurugi might be a little popular. I think Crow can maybe do something against that matchup, so we're still going to run the Crow in the side deck. We're on the 2 Phantasme still, just going to move more of the Malice hit for us as well, with the 1 Chaos Hunter. We're pretty much drawing this and hoping to God we draw this in the Malice matchup going second. But yeah, pretty good stuff for us as well. For monsters, that's it for monsters. Now into the spells. We're on 2 Ultimate Slayer, 1 Book of Moon, 1 Book of Eclipse. This might be a little incorrect. I did not put Metal Tronus in this side deck. I was thinking of maybe cutting the book for it, but I probably would want the book more. I don't know. It's a little bit weird. I truly don't know. Maybe this should be a Metal Tronus instead, but we're going to run with the book. You know what? No. Ignore this. I will change this in 1 second. This is going to be Metal Tronus. This will for sure be Metal Tronus. And now that I'm thinking about it, don't know if I think a Metal Tronus might just be a little bit better than Book of Moon. We're still going to run the Eclipse, but I think we're going to change this to the Ultimate Slayer instead. Sorry, I just did a last second change there. And then we're still on the 1 Twin Twister, 1 Cosmic, just for like back row hate as well. Wish this was Lightning Storm, but again, obviously Rarity Collection did not come in time for us as well. And that is it for the side, or the, now on, not the entire side deck, sorry. I was about to skip a couple cards. For the trap cards, we are on 2 Judgments and 2 Strikes as well. So yeah, that is it for the side deck. I think this is perfectly fine just for going first scenarios and stuff like that as well. I'm going to quickly change this book for an Ultimate, or not an Ultimate Slayer, a Metal Tronus. So, but yeah, without further ado, let's get into the regional, shall we? I just wanted to record this bit, me unsleeving the Book of Moon and putting in the Metal Tronus. This is our side deck now completed. No more Book of Moon. We're just playing the 1 Book of Eclipse and the 1 Metal Tronus. Hey, what's up, Jesus? It took you long enough. Not even with the jersey, brother. What? Oh, what a bitch. Okay. 5 packs of Alliance Inside. There is a certain card we are looking for in here. It's a common card.
QCR, actually.
Nah, I mean, we always take QCRs. Okay. Again, there's really nothing we really need from this. Azamino Super and nothing else. Cool. That's nothing we need. I don't even know what we... I don't even know what the March Hair is the chase card right now of this set?
Yes.
Ooh. That's a good card, though. I will take that. That's the card we need. That's the card we need for our deck. We'll gladly take this. Can't use it today, but a very good counter trap we can use for the Blue Eyes deck, so we'll gladly take that. Hopefully we'll pull a playset out of 5 packs.
What do you need for your
From this set, that, and that's it. I think that's all I really need. Just skip Toxic Boxfish, of course.
Or that QCR exclusive?
QCR exclusive.
The dragon.
We take dragons. I don't think we'll
Rank 12.
Oh, rank 12. That's when you turn me off. Okay, just skip this stuff. Tiki Piece. This is a cool card actually for Blue Eyes. I'll actually consider this. So like it dumps a Blue Eyes to graveyard, specials itself, and then can reborn a Blue Eyes from the graveyard as well. Really cool card. Just a nice extender for the deck. And nothing else after that. And then last pack here, it looks like we're just going to pull 5 supers. We'll just kind of skip. Hey, Dragon Ruler. Let's go. That's a dragon. You need like everything else for it, but that is a dragon. We'll take that for sure. And then, yeah, nothing else after that. Cool. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, just got completed with round 1, and we actually took the W
as well. We versed a Mitsuragi Rizal player. It's actually a rematch of the finals that we had at the Albuquerque regional. We just did a rematch round one, which is wild as fuck. But game one, we were on the die roll. Chose to go first. He activated Pirellia against us, which honestly our hand was really good enough where he just played around it immediately. Like we ended on like Majesty set. I think we got to 2 blue eyes because we hard drew Mausoleum with the Spirit set, and then we gave him 1 draw because we wanted to normal summon Chamber and then do the search for tiding and get a bounce as well. So we gave him 1 draw for Pirellia, but we didn't necessarily have to. So we passed to him on that. Then he goes does his I think he does his Rizal stuff first, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think he really had a way to the Mitsuragi stuff in that game. So he's doing like his Rizal stuff, but we were able to like pop 2 cards with the Majesty, and then once he summoned out Node, that was his like last special summon with the Rizal stuff. So I went like tiding, bounce it back to the hand as well. And then he might have had the Mitsuragi stuff. I might have omni-negated it with the Ultimate Dragon, but he just couldn't play. He passed to us, and we just OTK'd him after that. And then in game 2, he drew the absolute stones. We had Ash and Imperm, but he had his Rizal plus Mitsuragi, like the Impermed Ice. He kept playing. I ashed his Duo Drive. He goes, okay, talents look at hand, and show that I had the Mitsuragi stuff as well. So we could quickly conceded game 2. There was just no way we were winning that game. Like 2 cards in hand plus him having full combo was just not going to work for us. And then in game 3, our hand was pretty solid. He drew Pirellia once again, and this time we didn't give him a single draw because we didn't have to normal summon anything. We had the Maiden and stuff like that. We ended on an Ultimate Fusion, Majesty, Solemn Strike with Spirit, and then we went like Spirit summon out the Ultimate Dragon to get the Omni Negate live. He tried to do his, like, he got to his Mitsuragi stuff. All he really had was the Mitsuragi. He didn't have any of the Rizal stuff. So, oh no. Oh wait, I am recording. Sorry, ignore that. So he goes rituals, activate the ritual to summon out Omni. I Omni negated it. Then he goes, okay, I'll just special it from the deck instead because he's playing 2. So he destroys it, which is fine. We still have our spell traps and stuff like that. He tries to make a Exciton Knight. I strike the Exciton Knight summon, and he just could not play after that because all he had was the Mitsuragi stuff, which he already burned through all the effects. So he passed to us, and we just OTK him on the next turn. So we did win round 1. We still have 5 more rounds to play. It's a little bit of a smaller regional, only 6 rounds, but we are still trying to top. I think it's only the top 4 at this one. I think that's just how small this regional is. But we're still trying to top, and we did win round 1. So we'll see you after round 2. Alrighty, just got completed with round 2, and we took another W. We versed the deck I was scared of, which was Malice, and we actually did really well. Game 1, he bricked. He went first, but he bricked on just like non-engine, so he set an MTP pass to us. We did well. We had like roll, nib, Druid's Firm in hand plus combo, so we kind of just like did our plays. We had a pass back to him to let him play, which he did get to play, but then we nibbed him and he just couldn't play through a Nibiru, so he had a pass back to us, and then we just OTK'd him straight off. After we nibbed him, he was pretty much the end of the game after that. And game 2, we Chaos Huntered him, and he actually didn't have the out to the Chaos Hunter, which was really good for us because the Chaos Hunter was really the only thing that was going for us. But I had to discard a Maiden to do so, and we had Wishes in him, plus like Ash Imperm. I decided not to discard those cards just in case he did have an out to Chaos Hunter. I still had like hand traps to back it up, but he didn't, so he had to pass back to us. So we had Wishes. We drew into another Wishes, so I had to go Wishes, discard Wishes, and he had Ash for that. I'm like, oh, that's rough. Especially that's rough because he drew it off of the Heat Soul. So I'm like, damn, that's really, really rough. So we just have to pass back because we have no engine after that. Maybe I shouldn't have discarded the Maiden. I should have just discarded one of the hand traps, but I just tried to play it as safe as possible. But then once we passed back to him, it was pretty much the end of the game. The Heat Soul, if he points to a monster, gains 500, so I have to like play around that, and like I just lose game 2 that way. And then game 3, I chose to go first. His only hand trap was Lancia, meaning he hard drew Lancia that he had the cross out for, and the Lancia did straight up nothing to us. So we went full combo. We ended on 2 spirits because I really wasn't scared of Nib because he's on Impulse. So we saw Impulse, so I was like, this is no way he's probably on Nib. So we ended on 2 spirits, a Strike, a Majesty, True Light, 2 Veilers in hand. I'm like, okay, we're pretty much confident into a 4-card hand. And it was like he March Hare to get like White Rabbit. I Veilered the White Rabbit, White Rabbit to not make sure he doesn't get a set card. And then I Majesty popped the 2. He went Lightning Storm to try to blow a back row. I negated with the Ultimate. I summoned off Spirit. Then he just normal summoned a backup secretary, and I just second Veilered the backup secretary. And that was just pretty much it. Last card was a cross out, which is unfortunate because the cross out's only there for Lancia, and he hard drew the Lancia, which is very unfortunate. But we are 2-0. We are in a lunch break, so we have a little bit of a break before the next round. But good start so far. Alrighty, just got completed with round 3, and we actually took a draw, which is kind of interesting. I think if I played it correctly, probably could have won, but it was just unfortunate. Game one, we're versing Pure Mitsuragi, by the way. So game one, I won the die roll, chose to go first. My hand was solid, but I got a little greedy. I made like a seals play by like extra normal something and made it. Then going like roar effect, he goes impulse the roar, and I have no other way back to a maiden. So I got greedy and I got immediately punished. I just had to end on seals. I had like 2 Veilers in hand and pass and just hope to God. I just no way to True Light and stuff like that. I think that was my biggest punish in that game, just not being able to get to True Light straight away kind of cost us. Like he got to like the Mitsuragi stuff to blow up the field and stuff like that. And I think he just controlled the game from there. Like I was able to get to True Light, but I had to keep discarding cards. Like I don't know. I think the fact that we didn't get to True Light turn 1 is what cost us that game, and he just slowly grinds us out. And then we end up losing game 1. Game 2. Chose to go first. We end on a actually pretty solid field. It was like a Spirit, I think Majesty, Ultimate Fusion, and like I think a Veiler in hand. The reason he fooled us this, we gave him a draw, which was fine. I didn't really care about the draw. I was like, okay, don't really matter. He tried to draw us where my a Blue Eyes from Grave. I just special back the Blue Eyes off of True Light, and then we go. He kind of just controlled the game from there. He got to the board wipe, which was a little unfortunate, but it was fine with us because we had the Ultimate Fusion. So like he searched the Purification, set Purification, ended on the Omne, passed end phase, or well not end phase, in main phase we Ultimate Fusion special back the Tyrant on our turn. On his turn, we got a Maiden back, and then once we drew for turn, we have the Ultimate Fusion just to clear the ritual, and the Purification is dead, and then we just control the game from there just because the Purification is dead. The Druid's Worm I can make sure I can check at all times as well, so we end up winning game 2 that way. And then game 3, it just went into time. Like he did his combo, like he ended on like the full Mitsuragi field. He had a way to play in time. That's if I played into his field. But I looked at time. I'm like, I'm never playing into this field. So like, the time got called in my at the start of my main phase. I'm like, okay, I'll just go to go to battle phase just because I'm not trying to make sure because he was the only way. I have no way to win in time, so I'm like, okay, there's just no way we're winning this game anyways. So we'll just take the tie. So round 4 pairings just got posted, so I'm gonna be there, and I'll see you after round 4. Alrighty, just got completed with round 4, and we took another W. We'll take it. We versed Centurion is what we versed. Game 1, I just hella misplayed. Like I had Nib. He was doing his Centurion plays, and then he got to a point where he had Auxilia and a Crimson, and I could have nibbed at that point, but my brain just miscounted. I'm like, oh, this isn't enough summons for Nib when it was clearly over the summons for Nib. So if I just nib at that point, I think I'm in the game. But our hand was trash enough where we only had a Wishes to play, and he had an Ash in hand, so I think we still pretty much lose that game. But he got to 2 Cosmo Blazar Dragons. I'm like, oh, we're not winning this game with a shit hand. Let's get to game 2. Game 2, though, we chose to go first. He actually rolled us, which was wild. But our hand was kind of insane. He had like double Sage in hand, and then like we normal summon Sage search for a Maiden, and then he rolled us. So we had the Maiden combo as well. So surprisingly enough, we got to a double Spirit True Light Majesty set with 2 Blue Eyes in Graveyard, all under Droll and Lockbird, which was wild as hell. And yeah, he just couldn't do anything through it. Like I set up the Omni Negate just in case he had some sort of back row, which he had Dark Ruler no more, but his hand was weird enough where Majesty was just enough to pop cards on the field, and he just couldn't do anything after that because I popped the tuner. So yeah, nothing you can do after that. And then game 3, he chose to go first. This time I did correctly nib where I'm supposed to nib, but he had the Trapping Graveyard, I feel it starts with a P, to bring back the Auxilia, so he still got like the follow-up for the next turn. But he passed to me. We got to a point where we got to like a Tyrant Dragon because it didn't summon Cosmo Blazar Dragon. He got to, it was still like a Monster Negate that gained attack and stuff like that, but it wasn't Cosmo. So we were able to clear it because we summoned Tyrant, and everything on his field was lower than the Tyrant attacks. We just attacked over everything. He left the Nibiru token because the Nibiru token was huge, but that was fine because we had Majesty plus Ultimate Fusion to like out it later on, so that was perfectly fine with us. And he just like his follow-up was like the stand-up still, but we had the Majesty to pop and we had the Ultimate Fusion to pop, and he was just simply concedes after I go Ultimate Fusion pop the stand-up Centurion. He's like, okay, you got it, I got nothing else to do. You got this game. So we are still technically undefeated with the draw. We still got 2 more rounds to play. Hopefully we can just win out and still top. But yeah, let's get into round 5. All right, it just got completed with round 5 here, and unfortunately, we finally took an L, which is very unfortunate because it was time loss. It wasn't us just losing, but we versed the mirror match, Blue Eyes. Game 1, I had Nibiru, so he went for like an Ancient Fairy play. I decided to nib there just so I don't have to deal with any like shenanigans like Secret Village or the Spellcasters or anything like that. So I'm like, okay, let's nib there, and we're chilling. And He ended up making like a seals. Our hand wasn't like the greatest. Like we didn't have an access to a maiden because our way to maiden, like we normal summon sage, he veilered the sage, so our access to maiden was just never there. Like we still like somewhat cracked the field, but like it just wasn't enough. Like we passed it back, and he just had all the follow up in the universe, so we just ended up losing game one that way. Game two, it was kind of the same scenario. He rolled us, but we still ended on like a decent amount. We ended on like a majesty and a spirit, if I'm not mistaken, and that was just enough to just stop him from playing because his hand wasn't like necessarily the greatest in the world. Like he like Sage Surge. I think I got to Ulti Fusion as well, or something like that. I forgot how I played the. I had a Tiding. That's what it was. So I Tiding bounced back his normal summon. So yeah, it goes into the True Light stuff. And then I went, okay, now we'll just Majesty the True Light once it hits the field. And that was enough. Like, we still went a couple turns because I decided to play around a Nibiru that he didn't have. I just in case, we'll play around Nibiru. But after that scenario pretty much happened, we pretty much won the game because he had to pass back to us. I'm like, okay, we're on the follow-up as well. And then game three, we win the time. But so he went for the Ancient play again. I had Nibiru again. So I had Nibiru where the Ancient Fairy is. He kind of just passes on us. I went Twin Twister to pop the back row. He goes Drill Beam to negate. Then I go Bingo Machine to search for wishes. He trolls us. I'm like, okay, now this Talents is live. We'll go Talents, take the Tyrant Dragon, and then just go to battle with the Nib and Tyrant. The Tyrant was big enough to clear everything. I'm playing for time here. I probably wouldn't do this if it wasn't for time, but time was here. So I had to take the Tyrant and just go battle. And then last set card ended up being a Droplet, and then I attacked into like the token that was like 3k defense. And he's like, okay, Droplet, half it. You take the damage, and I lose in time in the damage step, which is unfortunate. Maybe I could have played around it. Maybe I link, like I had the Maiden in hand. Maybe I just normal summon Maiden, go into a Life Swarm, pop the back row, then go into a line of play, take back the Tyrant, then do that play. But there was so little time for me to do that. The reason why I went to battle straight away is just because I'm like, I know time is coming up. Let's just take the Tyrant, go to battle, and do the damage, right? But we just ended up backfiring. He had the Droplet to kind of punish it that way. So we did lose. We're X1-1. We're top 4. I don't know if that's good enough to top. They're about to start the next round now, though, so I'll play it out. But I don't know if X1 will top 4. There's probably a small chance to do so, but we'll play it out just to make sure. All right, we just got completed with round 6, and unfortunately, we will not top this time around. We did lose our final round. I don't even think X1-1 still wouldn't have done it because it looks like there's a lot of X1s, and again, it's only the top 4. So even X1-1 probably wouldn't have done it, but we lost the final round, so it didn't really matter anyways. But we versed Malice. Game 1, he normal summoned the Adignist, the new one, the backup Adignister. I chain Imperm to it, then he activates AI Mewtwo to search for the wizard. I probably should have Ashed there, but I was putting him on. He probably doesn't have a name in hand, so that I was like, okay, I'm not going to Ash this. I'll probably Ash like a Terraform or something like that. But ended up being punished because he already had the field spell in hand, and the wizard ended up costing me because I Ashed the TB11 and then I Nibiru'd him, and then that wizard was the reason why he was able to play through the Nibiru. So if I just Ash the AI Mewtwo, I think we're in that game. But the fact that he didn't, he just pretty much goes full combo, and we just had nothing. We had like 3 sages in hand. We did like somewhat break his field, but we weren't going to break the follow up. No, we were just going to lose that game. And then game 2, we went first. It was okay. We ended on Spirits, and we didn't get to Majesty because we went True Light to set Wishes, and activated Wishes. That was his only hand trap was Ash, and he Ashed the Wishes, which was unfortunate. But we got to a Spirit, and we had a Veiler Imperm Nib in hand, which was nice. But the only problem is again, he hard drew the Wizard Adignister. So like we hand trapped probably correctly where we did. We Nibiru'd him at like a point where he had Red Ransom and Jessie Cat, and he used all the names at that point. And then he negated our Omni negate the Spirit with the Malice, the new Malice quick play spell. But if he didn't have a hard draw on Wizard, we probably win that game. But he just like, I'm sorry, bro, but I hard drew the last card in hand to hard draw Wizard, and I'm like, okay, he just wins the game after this. Like we survive, but like we're not beating. Like we're on top deck, and he clears the entire field with access code. So we ended up just losing, getting 2-0'd pretty fast as well. So that was the entire regional experience. We did not top, unfortunately, but I don't know. Yeah, unfortunate for us, but I'm glad to go home because I'm super tired right now.
Alrighty, and that is going to be the end of today's episode. Unfortunately, we could not top another regional with our sealed only deck. We got close. We were doing well there for a second, but we just couldn't finish it out in the end. But the real reason of why I'm doing this outro is to kind of talk about my feelings with the sealed only deck. I believe this might be the last episode of the Blue Eyes sealed only. There's a couple reasons why for that. Number one, there's really nothing else to do with it. Like, technically, the outro does say we're going to try to top a YCS with that. The only problem with that is there's no YCSs I'm planning on going to anytime soon. The next big event I plan on going to is the NAWCQ that's in Indianapolis in July, and I plan on doing my own thing for that. I'm not going to be taking sealed only for that. I'll probably be playing my own, probably like some sort of like Mitsurugi Rise or Malice or something like that. Whatever the meta decks are, I'm going to try to do my best to top with just what I want to play for that event. And the next YCS is probably won't, like, I maybe might attend, won't probably happen until like maybe August, maybe around there. I probably might go. I don't know. Like, I know Anaheim is somewhere in the fall. Maybe that's probably going to be the next one I go to. But that's a long, long time, especially for sealed only, where I'm trying to do this every week. So, and that's one of the things on why I might want to end it, is because I don't want to like make a shit ton of episodes. That's kind of the one thing with the Fire King sealed only, and why I ended it like with only 13 episodes, is because I don't really want to continue a series for so long where people just get disinterested, because, you know, we pretty much opened every pack we could open. And that's especially with Blue Eyes as well, because there really isn't nothing else to chase for anymore. Like Stampede, yes, there's still like Magia and Crimson and stuff like that we could chase for, but we already opened Stampede 3 times, and I don't want to open it up again, because I know some people do get a little bit annoyed by that, by opening up the same packs every single week, and I do want to kind of change it up every week. But there's really not a pack that we could chase for anymore. Just there's going to be like, you know, certain packs that we chase for like one card specifically, but every other card in that pack or in that set is just going to be worthless to us. And that's like another reason why I'm thinking of ending the sealed only, is because there's really nothing to chase for anymore. And we've been very successful with the sealed only. We topped the regionals and stuff like that. So those are, and then the third reason as well is I've been a little bit annoyed with, like, not annoyed with it, like I enjoy playing the deck and stuff like that, but the problem with it is I only go to Yu-Gi-Oh locals like once a week anyways. So being taken up by like me having to record the sealed only and stuff like that, not a bad thing. Again, I do enjoy it sometimes, but sometimes it gets annoying, because sometimes I'm like, man, I wish I could just play the decks I want to play. Like, I want to play Mitsurugi Rise a lot, and I want to really test Malice as well. But considering the one locals I have every week I can go to is filled up by the sealed only, I really can't play those decks, and I kind of want to try to play for those decks, especially since Nats is coming up as well. So maybe this will be the last episode of Blue Eye Sealed Only, but I do want to get your guys' opinion on that as well. Maybe I can, you know, if you guys can convince me, we can do more episodes and stuff like that. And I'm not against it. Again, I do enjoy it, but I do have, those are the reasons why I kind of thinking of maybe it being the last episode. I will for sure take about a week or two break from it. If I do end up making another episode, I'll probably take a week or two before that episode. But again, I do plan on making this the last episode, unless, of course, you guys can convince me of any otherwise. But it has been a fun journey. If it is the last episode of the Blue Eyes and Sealed Only, we have done so much. We have topped a regional with it. We've done really well at the regional we went to today. We haven't topped the locals yet, and maybe we won't talk locals ever. But it's been a really fun ride, even though I may be a little bit, you know. Even though I'm saying it is the end, I did enjoy the ride while it was going. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe for more content on the channel, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.